Welcome, right to Clement!
What's up? What's up?
How you doing, lads? All right?
Good.
Very well, yourself?
We're having a discussion here, right or wrong. Christmas tree in November.
No.
It
Load of
can't
shite.
happen, mate.
No.
I don't even put a Christmas tree up.
No, you're the
Mad.
Grinch. You are.
No, I'm not. I
Yeah.
think it's too much
You
of a
don't get
hassle.
into the
My
Christmas
trees
spirit.
been up.
Tell you,
It's
you are a
hassle for
fucking
you.
turkey. Stick out on me. I'd rather look at that in your
Right,
fucking
mate.
mug.
Oh, that's what he's going to like when he gets his hair
cock.
done.
That's not a chicken, it's a cock, isn't it? Like your big cock.
Cock on a cock.
Cock on a cock.
That's got a weird beating.
Delbo, you've got the...
Then
You've
watch
got
you
the
don't suffocate.
Fucking hell.
wait, what nose is bigger, that or his actual nose?
Nah, that's
Aye, all right, I
you're
cracked
better with
that on
that.
your
Keep that
fucking
on.
wee Jimmy
Do that
Hill
the whole
look
show.
alike.
You've got the Christmas decorations up, mate?
Aye, trees up. Of course it is.
Who put them up?
My missus.
What, and you sat and watched her?
I help her. I get the stuff out be upstairs, bring it down, and she...
You do the lifting and she does it, making
That's
it look nice.
Listen, Tass, innit? I'm a labourer.
Aye.
I know my
I'd bad
place.
people like you, mate.
Told you.
Christmas trees
Listen, I
can't
do
go up
nothing.
to
See, in the house,
December.
I can't do nothing. Carol does all the painting, she builds everything. She does the full shebang. Honestly, like, you name it.
Why don't you get a painter in
I
you?
just
Wait,
point at
why don't you...
I just point at things. I says that needs fit.
Get a painter in, you miserable bastard. You've got her painting the house.
Listen, my missus loves doing all that stuff like that.
Does she?
She loves it, aye. She can't sit in her backside. She's always wanted to do stuff all the time. So on you go.
I'm a wee bit like you. I
I've
can't
got
do handy
outside,
stuff.
see out the back, that's
I'm not
mad of
very
me.
handy.
No.
And inside is all hers, she can do what she wants.
I'll get a go, but I'm no dead handy.
I'm missing it. Have you got a toolkit in your house?
A toolkit?
Aye.
I'm
See
going.
that appeal current
I've
house?
got
Have you got a toolkit? And I'm like,
No, I've
why
got
the
stuff
fuck would I
that
have a
I've got
toolkit?
the stuff that I need to do.
Where'd you
what I
keep
need
it?
to do. In the cupboard.
But have you got a hammer?
So are you a handyman? Aye. I can
No, I'm
I've
not
got a
handy,
hammer.
but I can do what I need to do. But I wouldn't say I'm handy. I'm
But
the.
you cook and all that.
I
as
can
well.
cook, aye,
Very
but
good
I'm
wife,
no-
wouldn't he? I'd love
He would make a good
Should've
wife.
married you.
He'd make a good wife. You got
Aye,
a
but I
hammer?
wouldn't because I can't paint and put lights and. You're right. You're right. There's all the.
I've got
all the
big
actual
drilling.
stuff.
No, the reason I don't do it is because I've tried a way back in the day. I thought I'll do it, but I just make a mug out of it. So
What, have you got an example of anything that you fucked up, that you've tried
well,
to build and you fucked
when
up?
I stayed knowing the house I'm in before, when who was it? I think it was Ross was been born. So the main room, I had to paint it, and it was only a wee tiny room, and I used up about 5 or 6 tins
Blue,
of
red
paint.
and white paint.
I didn't. She'd have only took one, and I kept going back out and out. It took me for ages, so it cost us a fortune. I went, and my dad's a kind of perfectionist, the man that's after you. He comes in and he just slaughters me. Anything I do, I've always been slaughtered. That's no good enough. That's no good
I think
enough.
everyone's dad's like that.
Aye.
Jenna.
So then I just went, that's enough. I've had enough.
What about your new house? Are you doing that up yourself?
No,
Would you say you've got a big drill?
I've got a big drill. I just
How often does that
I
get
just
you?
walk about screwing
How often
all
does that get you?
Oh,
Hey, you know, it's right
next
next,
Wednesday nights.
it's right next to Strathy Park, isn't it? Is it down there?
Fucking, why don't you
Oh
even
my God!
What did he say?
I tell exactly where it's like.
fucking hell, man?
Where,
See, it's bad enough.
How's the house looking?
I don't move into end of January.
Is it an
having a
older one?
House party.
Ah, I'll have a
You inviting us there?
Ah, of course I'm.
That'll be like a wet t-shirt comment. Wet t-shirt
Absolutely,
comment. Wet t-shirt
absolutely no
comment.
chance. You're not getting anywhere near his house. See if you drove by his house and he was outside, you wouldn't be like, we'll have a
No,
coffee.
no, at all. You're more than welcome. I'll give you my address.
When is that into January?
31st of January.
Right, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Right, good.
But the great thing about the worst experience in the world, you guys, is moving house, innit?
Oh, brutal.
That's
Oh.
terrible.
But I'm very lucky because all
it's a
I'm
great
doing is
shout.
getting a van, and the only thing I'm taking to my new house is
Mattress.
my
The
Is the recliner gone?
the recliner's out.
Oh, done?
Everything's out. Everything. The only thing I'm taking is my TVs and my clothes. That's it.
Many
The
times,
rest
many times you moved to us.
about 10 or something.
Roughly, I'm kind of, I don't know exactly around about that. I've been involved in one, and that one was enough.
It's dreadful, isn't it?
Aye, and I've left. I used to leave everything again to my missus, you know, and just expect.
Imagine her carrying the fucking things at the stick.
I know, turn up and everything's done.
See, on that, I remember we got Frankie goals for his Christmas, mate. They were fucking huge. I thought you would just put them together, mate. I didn't have a clue what to do. So we didn't know what to do in the house because obviously they would hear. So I had to go to the back door, and I was like, after about 5 minutes, I can't do this. It's frying my brain. Never forget me sitting at Christmas Eve, mate, with the feet up at like 11:30 at night, looking at piss that's pissing the. My missus is out in the rain, building goals.
How do you not build goals, mate?
Oh, mate,
you
it's
can't be that bad.
And I get so angry, mate.
You can't be that bad. You can't be that bad.
Brutal, man.
So you basically you can't follow instructions. I could build stuff
That is it.
that you get your
I've
instructions.
patient. I chuck instructions. I don't.
I know.
believe
Well, that's why
instructions.
it doesn't.
I believe
That's why you can't do
that's how it does the work.
Hands never fit where they should fit.
Aye, they do. They do, aye.
I've no patience. I just
Even
want
that-
Are you like the wee guy in June the Fat? You like that, putting the, putting
I
the,
don't
like,
watch
the wee
it.
chef,
No,
and he's finishing off, and it, like the, say it's putting the
Oh,
cherry
he
on
just
top,
goes
the
mad.
cake's falling off.
That's what
Is that you?
Right, quickly, Billy Davies, your mate.
Aye.
Brilliant, isn't he? You watch interview?
Aye. Go.
He's really good, isn't he?
I thought it was rubbish.
He's been on the phone to me. He's really tough because it's an insight of how good the boy is. You know what I mean? And like you get negative people coming back and saying, "Well, why is he no X, Y, and Z?" Right? But the gist is, and I'm not sticking up for him. He's top, and glad he's played it. He's top notch at what he does.
I'd like to see him get back in. I'd like to see him in the Scottish game to see how he does.
Mate, see when I'm not being disrespectful, but see when you look at there are managers out there that wouldn't be in the same level as Billy.
It needs somebody that makes the decisions to be brave, because he's been out of luck for a long time, and it looks, you know, as for a chairman, it wouldn't be popular because of that. So it
How
needs
long's
somebody
he
to
been
be
out
strong to say.
Yeah, but
long's he
see
been
that
out,
Faddy,
Faddy?
right?
How long's he been out there?
Right, I'm not defending him. I think he's been out about 10, 11 years, right? And you say he's been out of work a long time, you think, like we get sometimes when we say so, dinosaurs, they're older and all that.
He's not.
Billy has went to every course, been to Lisbon, been to Benfica, been to clubs, everything. So it's not like he's sitting going,
That's
what I mean. It needs to be somebody brave to make the decision and know and forget about the perception of that.
Well, that's why he needs an interview.
So somebody needs
so he
to
can put his
give him a
case
job
across,
where they don't listen to. Well, he's not worked for 11 years. He must be still stuck in 2013, whatever. Because even when he managed me, when he was obviously my 15s coach and then into the first team, I've been in it 1999. He was always looking for the new thing, what were people doing, and it's wee things that I'm not saying you go right. Oh, that makes him top drawer, but it'd be like, right, don't do static stretching. You need to do dynamic stretching, and just always looking for ways to. It wasn't like, right, well, I'm going to do what my first manager done, and we'll train this way. He was always looking to get better. He was absolutely brilliant.
He's got more qualifications than anybody I know.
But that's why you need that interview. He needs to get that across to you.
But do you know what I'll say about it is that I see a lot of managers getting good jobs in Scotland that have done absolutely nothing in their managerial career. This guy's got clubs at the Championship, got to playoffs.
I mean, here's
teams
two guys.
to Premier League.
There's
Premier
two
League,
guys that know
exactly.
him very well, that have been in the game for a long time. You know,
But he was out of work
I
for-
just know Billy's a player, sorry. But it's the old thing, it's like when I was in management for a short period of time and I went in to do the radio and people says, you need to get back into football. Once you're off that, once you're out, it's so hard to get back in. And that's the thing probably with Billy, innit? People look at that. But then the case you're putting forward, at least you give him an interview, you hear what he's got to say, his ideas,
The coaches as well. He's
I
not
said
like
that, he coached
he's
me.
not
What
like.
does he go and do boys clubs and go and do other stuff?
I mean, as a manager, the coaches. He's not just a manager that goes right. My assistant does everything. He's a coach.
I was listening to something, I get sent something, it's George Cairns was at Hamilton Accies. He sent me something and he was talking about within that, it was a kind of podcast thing, that there's a coach in there to coach the coaches, which I think it's quite a clever thing, you know. He watches
Coaches
them.
need to improve, don't they?
You know, and you know, then
So who coaches the coach?
This guy, there's a couple, I can't
He's
remember.
coaching the coaches.
Who's coaching?
Who then coaches him?
Coaches the coach.
But it's no going, you're doing this wrong, it's putting ideas on how you can make things better. It's like saying, instead of you giving out 10 negatives and only one positive, so you start to think about it as a coach, how can I get more positivity within it? How can I get more touches at the ball? I thought it was really,
good.
It's a good insight.
I'll be honest with you, right? See that interview that you done with Billy?
Yeah.
I think that'll put him a stepping stone to go back in the game.
So well, John Hughes got the Ross County job after we interviewed him. Roy McGregor watched the interview.
Right. I hope nobody watches it. Don't want to go to Dingle.
Are you going to be his assistant? Well, he's not been out of job. He's been impersonating a zebra for the last 11 years. What about that fucking shirt he had on? It's like a tablecloth, isn't it?
Mate,
Didn't know whether to talk to him or eat half him, man.
Took 3 people to get that off him after the interview.
But a good guy. Really enjoyed speaking to
It was
him.
brilliant.
Other big news, Lewis Ferguson signed another new deal at Bologna.
Well done. Well done.
Is that the pocket money went up?
No, I was about to
Any chance you fucking breaking on here?
I was about to tell you last week.
He's getting you Nike.
And you cut me off. No, he's getting Adidas. He's got his No, by the way, I don't know if you know, he played the whole game last night.
Did he, right?
Oh,
And that's him just back and he's playing full 90 minutes.
I'll be honest with you. I was... Right,
What a fucking warrior, man.
No. See, mate, you've got an unhappy dad there. I was after, it's about 60 minutes. He's only played 17 minutes. He's come on for 10 minutes and played 7. He's played a bounce game for an hour against some of the younger boys. And then at that level, and I'm thinking after 60 minutes...
Get him off.
Well, what would you do?
Fuck that, mate.
Honestly, if it wasn't your boy, you'd be watching it, right?
Mate, he kens Rangers players come on and play 60 minutes.
Sports science shite. If you can start the game, you can finish it.
But do you know what I was going like... getting into the last 10 minutes, because I'm...
Need a goal.
I know, he nearly got a goal or not, but I was sitting there, I was a wee bit uncomfortable.
Do you think he was sitting wanting to take him off?
No, because it's known his makeup.
His agent, but
no,
I bet you got a cut of that deal. I bet you got a cut of that deal.
Hold on a minute. Right, I cannot believe, see if I had a son that played at that level. I'm telling you now, I'm his agent.
Oh, you'd have the briefcase, the suit on, wouldn't you?
Mate,
Right, can I tell you?
Hurricane brother.
I'm over there walking in with fucking the briefcase going, I'm Lewis.
Oh, this is interesting.
Jerry Maguire.
Because, see, I think a lot of people do that. See, when he went to Aki's and the boy George Cairns was there.
Fucking hell, you like George Cairns, didn't you?
Because I'm going to give him a shout because I took a step back
He's out of the
because
game,
it's
that's
nothing to do with me. It's about him. I put him in the hands of the coaches. You're talking about coaching, I thought he's in good hands. I'll take a step back. Now, when it comes to the financial side of the game, I don't think I'm the best.
Forward, son.
I'm not the best equipped. So I spoke to Bill McMurdo and I says, could you help my boys?
You have won him a fucking watch.
And I hope Bill watches.
Bill's his agent.
Bill watches.
Bill, get that money dished out. I'll tell you now. Bill, get that money dished out. Mate, he needs to dish that money. We've got him these moves. We spoke him up on here for years.
Do you think he should make a donation to?
We need a fucking cut of that, mate. Right, quickly, how much is he on now?
I don't know.
You know what he's on, you lying bastard.
Fair gear him.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
You've known
can't ask him why his boy's getting paid. Come on.
So I don't. That doesn't.
You can't ask
as long as he's okay.
Like, is that like changing stuff?
It's net. It's net.
Oh, because Italy's net, innit? Has your pocket money went up? I know. Has it?
No, listen, as long as he looks after the boys.
His pocket money goes straight to Carol, and then she determines where her pocket money goes.
And it goes to B&Q. She's spending it on tools, new tools. Your money's in a hammer.
What happened yesterday? I was at the shop and I had to go and get money off it.
That's a great thing, isn't it? As long as he looks after the boys. Now, let's be honest. Any of us made money in the game. Doesn't matter. Who's the first person you look after? Your ma. Your ma.
Yourself.
Your ma's your ma. And that's the first person, your mum. So Carol.
She's sitting waiting, man. He's not got a penny.
No one, he's got a big house now.
The boys, very big house. As long as he looks after the boys, isn't he, Will? He's a good boy.
What a man.
So he is.
What a man. Last big bit of news. Forget all these fucking games. Biggest game of the week, East Kilbride Falkirk. You're doing the game.
Unfortunately.
When is it?
Monday.
Oh, I'm coming to that.
Are you going to come? There's no tickets left. I'm not getting you in.
You will. Come on.
Add a ticket there.
You can watch.
He's going to come to any of the other fucking games. You want to come in as a Scottish Cup game?
It depends on the weather.
It's on the telly.
Depending on the weather.
The weather's fine. It's all right. Monday night.
Is it?
It's on the
What's the
telly.
kick-off?
Quartet.
Sorry.
Is it just you or is it you and Leanne?
Hospital.
No, I'm commentating.
Oh, you didn't comment about Alistair Lamond?
Any chance of getting your lights cleaned? I remember watching your game against Ayr United. First 20 minutes, you couldn't fucking see across the park.
What, on the camera?
That's
On
the
the camera?
Might be the
That's
camera.
BBC's
Aye.
camera. It's not your lights.
Okay,
Fuck's sake.
well, if you brighten up the camera, I can.
Fucking hell, man.
I don't know who's on
calm
that.
down.
Is it that
Fucking
Hebridean boy that's staying out with you?
No, it's on.
Is it on normal?
It's on.
Aye.
BBC.
No, no,
It's
but-
not
BBC Scotland.
BBC Scotland. It's no
Aye.
BBC. Alpha.
You've
Aye,
worked
but
your way up to BBC Scotland.
But we're on to BBC Scotland.
Fucking hell,
Aye,
man.
aye,
You
aye.
won this, you'll be on
Falkirk
Sky.
good, isn't it?
Watch Falkirk Friday night.
We can join
But writing notice doing like that, fucking shiting myself. I had they were good, weren't they?
They'll pump yous.
Jank.
Aye, they'll pump yous.
That's a bit.
Aye.
I'm confident. I'm confident.
I'll bet-
Got a game plan.
Are you? What is it?
Fucking not going to tell you on here, am I?
It's
Oh,
not
you
really
want
good.
him to tell you how much Lewis is on? You don't tell us what your game plan is,
Yeah,
eh?
It's not really got, it's not really got to matter, innit? I had a game plan against Rangers in the
And you
semi-final,
got
get
fucked
pumped
7-0.
7-0.
Oh, to be fair, our game
That'll be
plan
tough.
doesn't change. It'll be a tough game, mate. They're a good team, mate.
So the Midges are away.
But I'm
so you've got
fucking
it.
so excited for it. I wish it was the night, mate. So excited, can't I wait.
He's a break, mate.
Who'd you play on Saturday?
Tonight.
The game's Saturday because the game's Monday. What the fuck? Do you know how the world works?
What happens if you win?
It's Scottish Cup weekend.
Cup. It's
Because
not
we're on
the Dundee
TV, it's
Cup,
been
it's the
moved to the
Scottish Cup.
Monday.
What happens if you
right.
win? Where are you going? There's nowhere to go. It's a Monday night.
Well, the owner's got a fucking bar right next to the thing. So we'll be in there
Cocoa
tonight.
The Cocoa Club shot.
The Cocoa Club in Hamilton.
What's in East Kilbride?
I know what is in East Kilbride. Did you ever go up there? Frequent East
McCoy's must have a house up there now.
He owns, I think, East Kilbride, does he know?
He owns half
A
it,
large
doesn't he?
portion of it. So he does
be tough.
Coisty.
It'll be a tough game, but I'm looking forward to it. See John McGlynn fucking saying it in his interview. Coming for his interview.
Says you're getting.
You'll be right up mix arse that
Shag
night.
yourself.
won't you?
I'll be hiding behind Mick.
Mate, no. You're
I
at
can't wait to see
TV.
me
You know
tuning
that.
No, I'm
on
a
the
fuck.
telly.
No.
I watch you
background,
I
mate.
watch you against there every time Mick looks.
Backman Mars.
Mate,
You
honestly.
sit down.
Mate, he asked me to do an interview. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I've seen you doing interviews.
I know, but that was forced on us at BBC Alba.
All right, aye.
But I'm not doing any interviews.
Don't geezer.
Does Mick get interviewed on the
Retune
game?
the fat. You be retune the fat. yeah.
Will it be? Exactly. Will you have the cameras in the dressing room?
No, yeah, they asked, but I was like,
you got to allow
no,
that,
fuck. I'm not fucking.
Nah.
You're a-
I'm not gimmick,
You're
mate.
what-
No, once
you're
you've
not
done it
gimmick?
once,
No.
you've done it once.
No,
Fucking hell,
Once
man.
is enough.
Once is
He's
enough.
done it,
Soldier, I can only hear Soldiers of Love once, mate. I can't hear that again.
The first one was really good. The second one, he overtopped it.
Last time, did you hear my talking of terrible shouts? I had fucking asked Ross McCormick if Usain Bolt was quick.
Amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
aye.
Can I justify? I want to justify this.
Too late, mate.
I know you're
It was 5 years after he broke the world record, mate. He was fat.
Oh, no.
So I was meaning, was he still as quick as he was fucking back in? Is that not a fair enough question?
What did you
I
ask
thought you.
Aye, but you
Is
asked
he
him
the
if...
quickest you've played with?
I thought
Did you not say
talking-
is he know the fastest you've ever seen?
Is he the fastest you've ever seen?
Fastest guy that ever ran a race in the world.
But like I'm saying, it was fucking 5 year after
He's
he
the
broke the world.
fastest man
Listen,
ever.
I'm trying to back you up
Thanks,
here
mate.
because I always speak about the guys that are the quickest or a yard or 2 yards. If people look at me as if you're looking at me as if I'm daft, and it's guys that were in the box that Bodge's breaking. The one I'm talking about, you heard me speaking about him before, John Robertson when I was at Hearts. Just anything that was loose in the box, just a yard or
Yard,
two. He was opening it into the back of the net.
Look,
So you can,
we'll excuse you because I said something in the Billy Davies podcast I don't want to bring up.
What did you say?
Bring it up.
No, I can't. I apologise about because you forget things and you just come out with a
you
shite.
get-
Right.
you get again for it?
And by the way, MD, because I've seen the comments, I looked at the
Didn't I look at the comments, mate? You off your nut?
No, mate, I did
Didn't
it for
read it.
some reason and I went, oh my God, and I apologise for it. I was honestly, guilt was written all over me for
I didn't even
saying.
think about
What
that.
was it?
That's not like you.
I'll tell you after.
Just check the comments, no?
I'll say
Well,
it.
I thought it was worse that Ross McCormick says it takes him 8 to 10 metres to get
to
going.
get going.
That was worse than my comment, mate.
Aye, but
100 metres
no,
the shortest race you
He's
can
not,
get.
he's not a great starter, though.
Is it? Oh, so
Sorry,
yes,
wasn't
right.
he? Aye.
You ever had a sprinter like training you? Like they had it at
We
Hearts.
had Hogg.
Stuart Hogg.
Mate, we had him at Peterhead and he's at 90.
I think he's still.
By the way, hey,
George
what
McNeil.
a lot of shite.
George McNeil.
And I hope he's not watching, right? What a lot of shite, right? You would run and he would go blue, and you.
I know what you're saying there. I know what you said,
mate. Right, and by the way, it gave you a pair of spikes. Remember we
Aye,
used
out in the track,
right,
the
go and
ash.
get your spikes on.
Aye.
Fuck off.
You
by the
hated
way.
that, didn't you?
He's the only guy who had a face turned inside out.
Aye.
You know that, man? What he's there, look. We've got him on the show. What giant He does look like
a fucking sprinter.
See, for anybody watching this, Google Stuart Hogg, put that up on there and put his face next to that.
Mate, that is
good guy. So we had it.
By the way, that fucking I'd get a better bird than Stuart Hogg. Right. By the way, don't get me wrong. It was at the time that nobody ever thought about it, didn't you know? And then he come in with these ideas. I can remember seeing the documentary at Peterhead.
That's right, I done a
He did
documentary.
all
the
the warm-ups and all that. Great guy.
I hated
But-
sprint
You were
coaches.
doing that as assistant, aye? Taking all the
I was a player then.
player assistant.
Player.
You were player assistant?
Coach, player coach.
Yeah.
George McNeil took us at heart, and you're talking about I quit now. You're saying
The fitness sprint coaches and that.
see him or like 10 metres or whatever. He was away for you. Like 5 metres if you were going to be away. But the guys, they don't run like football players run differently for sprinters. They don't need, they bound, don't they? But we're all
So
I know.
straight,
aye, so
we had American football ones.
totally
going on,
different.
Like American.
Wait,
guys.
who brought them over? sorry?
No, we went to LA for pre-season, and then so you do all the stuff that they know, like the drills they do, and like cut, and it was just the way they change directions different because they've got their like wide receivers or whatever. They've got their running patterns, so they go and then they cut and all that shite, and you're looking at it going, well, for a start we've got a ball normally, and you don't know that you're
what you're going
where
to
you're
do.
going to go.
Go ahead, but they've got
So it's
set
all
runs,
about
don't
right,
they?
knees, get your knees and all this stuff, and help you if you're running a straight line, but very rarely do you run in a straight line at football.
We had Decanos was the Italian national guy, Claudio Donatello. Guy was a genius, mate. He used to show me videos of myself like running and that, and then he'd go, I can improve your running by doing this.
And you end up
And
at
he-
Peterhead.
and ended
so
up at
he
fucking-
so obviously, it was good he's fucking Joe. I'll give you the top.
That's a bad show.
The top of Scotland. Fucking Peterhead.
True, mate, but he got Matt Ritchie. He made Matt Ritchie quicker. He got him to the Premier League. Right, lads, as ever, the Coop Show is brought to you by our partners at
SPK.
Good lads. This week offer is a 25% bet builder boost on this Saturday's game between Motherwell and Hibs and Sunday's game between St Johnstone and Rangers. Link to sign up to an account is in the description box below. T&Cs do apply. 18 plus, please gamble responsibly. Right, Celtic v Club Brugge. What do you think of the result and performance? Will Celtic be disappointed?
No, I don't think so.
Right, okay. Why not?
Because I was impressed with him.
What a team they were.
By the way, I was very impressed with him. And they're in a position that's brilliant for them because they've got young boys who are sitting both in the league and they won games. They've got them at Celtic Park. They've got another 2 games, obviously. Difficult games. But you'd imagine Celtic has got enough, to get another 3-4 points. Look, I think everybody get carried away with Leipzig, right? Terrific performance, front foot, sharp, everything about them. They were a different outfit last night for me. I think they looked very good, very disciplined, very confident, good in the ball, made Celtic work. I think that's a decent point, right? As much as Celtic fans, Brendan Roy, everybody will probably be disappointed because it's at home and which came before and their league performances. I just thought they looked decent.
They'd only lost one game in 12, hadn't they, Bruges or something?
Yeah.
It was to Milan, wasn't it? So
They beat
Chances
Villa
in
last
that
time.
game as well.
So
Beat
and then
Villa
you look,
last
they
game.
beat Villa. And you look at that game. I watched that game. I watched a good bit of it. So I just think, was it a wee bit of maybe Celtic, even the fans getting them maybe a wee bit ahead of themselves? So it's a kind of a wee reminder that that if you're no at the top of your game, you're no full throttle, that and you're up against good sides, well organised, done their homework, that you're going to have to work to get a result. And they had to do that. I mean, I've only saw the highlights and I've listened to a couple of the guys speaking about it as well. So, but listen, they turned it around in the second
Good
half.
dro-
didn't
a
they?
So where did they go
That's
wrong first half? I know they're a good team, Faddy, but what did Celtic not do well first half that done better second?
Well, they didn't like play with the same speed and intensity in the first half, but they were brilliant. They went man for man midfield and stopped like Van Aken, the big tall number 10. He kind of tried to play off with Callum McGregor.
Yeah.
But when Celtic were trying to build, they just went man for man. So when Hatate and Engels went high up, the two midfielders just went right, like touch tight to them, so they couldn't play through. They couldn't get through. They went man for man. The fullbacks went on to the wide men. The midfield locked on there, and Celtic couldn't play through them. So it was tough even for them to force it because there was no space. Normally Celtic, have space, or they can get a touch and they pop it and they move you. They just followed them everywhere.
Yeah.
So what was the tweaks in the second half, Addy? What did they do differently?
It changed when they made the subs.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right, so
They brought on Bernardo, who for me gives you a wee bit more running than Engels. They brought on Baye as soon as he came on, because Greg Taylor he didn't have a lot of great options, but a lot of time he's gone back to CARTER-VICKERS, gone back to Trusty, and they're trying to go out the other side. As soon as Baye came on, he gives it to Maida, he runs all the way around him, and it doesn't get it, and then it comes back to him, and he plays him in, he does a wee skill and puts
there's a wee bit more running power.
It was, but they were, see the Jashari, the midfielder, when they were against Celtic, they went man for man. When they had the ball, he dropped into not all the way back, but almost at a left centre back. So they went into a back three. The full-backs then became wing backs, plus, and the two wide men came inside. So they had the two wing backs, the three forwards, and the boy Van Aken. So they almost had six in attack, and they just went in numbers. Look, they didn't cut Celtic open, and defensively, apart from the goal, which is a horror show, they weren't amazing in that way, but they just stopped Celtic from getting into their rhythm.
Building out, they were really good too, weren't they? Celtic's press was...
They couldn't get it right. That's what I'm saying. As soon as they got it, Jashari dropped into the left kind of centre back. Celtic midfield, instead of picking their midfield up, sat in front because they wanted to go and press, and they built up with 4 or 5 players. They went high up the park and they played it into the space and the speed that they had as well. I thought Bruges gave Celtic a lot of respect in how they played, because they came to stop Celtic playing. Then when they had the ball, play their own. Well, I think in the end it was a very, very good point for Celtic.
So it was their speed of play that caused
That was
Celtic
brilliant.
problems.
They were very good.
Were they?
They were very good.
They had a spare man every time. Every time they played it was a spare man in midfield, wasn't it?
You could tell from the beginning that they looked a real decent team.
Mate, was the manager coaching them in the Welsh League?
Wales. It was part-time and got them promoted. Haverford or something.
That's mad, isn't it?
And then he went to their under-23s and they were... I was really impressed with
they were brilliant.
With how they were set up.
Their organisation. Their press was good.
See, at the start of the game, you could see that because Celtic weren't getting into the positions they normally get into, it was almost like they were going, oh, how can we not get into? So they spent so much time trying to figure it out that obviously it changes at half time where they figure it out, but I thought they were very good.
They were good.
I need to ask you about team selection, because we spoke about it on Monday about Engels against Hearts. We all thought Bernardo should play, but he would play Engels. Did you think the same? Did you expect to see Engels start? Was it the right decision?
I got asked that question. Look, it's okay saying Faddy highlights it there that I thought the substitutions gave them a bit of life, but that's what your substitutions are for. You know what I mean? If you're making substitutions to make an impact, so Bernardo, to me, I think Bernardo is one of these guys that, given a run of games, I think he's the next big one. I think he's got everything in his locker, right? I think he's top notch. But you bring in an £11 million player, right? And I know the price tag's and the boy. I just thought he'd have went with Engels at the start, and I don't blame him, right? I don't blame him at all. But I think Bernardo just gives Celtic something a wee bit different for me. I think he's brilliant.
Aye. I thought Engels would start. And for all the reasons Daz is saying, I can understand why he does. But
yeah, we were saying this Monday, Faddy, when does it get to the stage of Bernardo where you're saying, why am I not playing every week?
Aye, well, I'd say probably round about now. Aye, because as I'm watching the game, the guy I keep speaking about, I thought it was brilliant for them, Jashari. He was like this close to Engels. So if Engels went short, he was that close. If he tried to run him in behind, he was right beside him. And he's still young, but he couldn't get any space. Yeah. So even when he's getting it, he's trying to first time, bang, he's right there.
Do you not think they've done that with McGregor?
They did it with McGregor.
I thought they were brilliant. Right?
It's as quiet as I've seen McGregor at home Champions League game.
I kept watching McGregor on the screen and thinking, usually you just pop the ball about, you move people about. But as you said, they done their homework was brilliant, because they got on the influential players and went, by the way, you're not playing. And all of a sudden, Celtic struggled a wee
They
bit.
nicked off attack a couple of times as well, didn't
That's good. So it's a wee blueprint in terms of how to nullify
playing
Celtic a wee bit. So it's
But
interesting
you've got
because
to have players.
You need good players.
I
to
get
do
that.
it.
Of course, you need the
could be
good
wrong.
players.
They sent me their budget. I don't think their
The
budget's
running power.
massive.
That's how
Aye,
I'm
but-
switching on. That's why I'm asking. I'm wanting to. It's interesting to hear about the boys.
They're still spending decent on their players.
Aye.
The ones have not broke through, they're still spending 5, 6, 7 million a player.
But again, I get you are saying that you need the players, but that what they've done there is came for their coach. The coach has worked on that a week. Is that we're getting tight out of the pitch in certain areas of the pitch, and then we're creating overloads in this area.
Aye,
of the
but you
pitch.
still need the players. You could have the best coach with the worst players that can't do it.
Let's
I know, but
switch
he's not got the best players in the world, has he?
No, he's not.
Bruges
But you
manager.
still,
But
they've
they're
got
better than
energy.
Leipzig, who've got a much better budget.
But they've got. But the Leipzig play in a different way. Leipzig play with a 4-4-2. They left their 2 strikers up. They weren't that bothered about stopping Celtic. They were going to play their way, although they did press them. Bruges came and says, "We're going to stop you. We're going man for man."
They get better.
Aye, I know,
So
but you
Bruges
still
get better legs.
Aye,
than
you still
Leipzig.
need the players.
No, Leipzig will have just as good at legs as
Ah,
Bruges. You kidding?
Well,
It's
that's
discipline.
what's coming
It's
across to me. Listen to
I think they had a better game plan, didn't they?
the guy.
I thought Bruges had a better game plan.
Aye. But you've got to have that, the talent and
Aye, I'm not saying
the ability to go
you
and-
need the best players, but you still need players that can understand that you're going man for man. Like as I said, if the boys dropping in and then the fullbacks become wing backs, the strikers come in, they still need to be able to carry it out.
There's a
and
couple of
carry
games
that
in that been
threat.
quite passive in the first half then, isn't it? Because they were like against Hearts.
Against
tried-
Hearts, yeah.
But they tried to press them. They couldn't.
But they struggled a wee bit
Celtic
in
couldn't
terms
figure
of-
out their build up either
Till they found a way.
till the second half.
A win would have secured their place, basically, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I think that, see, as long as they didn't get beat, right? And listen, football's very easy to judge. We'll judge it quickly. I looked at first 20 minutes and I thought to myself, if Celtic got a point here,
Aye.
I think it's a good point, right? Second half they were better, of course, and they're always got to come into the game because they're at home, they've got to support, they've got the atmosphere and everything. But to be in the position they're in, right, with that point, you're looking at 3 games, 1 win gets them there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's be honest about it. And you're looking at young boys that can't beat MD. In fact, you'd want them in the cup.
We should play them on album. We should play them on album, mate.
Exactly. So I reckon Celtic in a real good, comfortable position.
You still fancy them to qualify yet?
Oh, definitely.
I would think.
I think they've still got a chance of top 8.
They've had it, huh?
Well, they've got young boys at home, Dinamo away, and then Villa the last game. They're still in a good position. There's teams that are
Big teams that are struggling.
So
I think it might be the sounds of a game that'll do them the world of good, because it's maybe not like a reset, but just it gets a wee reminder. That's what I'm saying, because that Dortmund game, you know, they had to tweak it, they had to do things a little bit differently, and they learned for that.
it's different
didn't they?
last
Aye.
night.
So
Plus they
seemed
never
that
really
turned it-
troubled the goal.
Aye.
As good as they looked, they weren't like
Schmeichel had amazing
peppering the goal,
saves,
and the goal that they get is just calamitous for Celtic.
because I turned it and I was listening, I think it was Neil Lennon was talking, and he sounded so flat, it was unbelievable. But when McGregor was interviewed, you know, he gave a good kind of gist to the game, you know, in terms of that they were second best in the first half, but they found a way, they changed it. But then that's what listening to you guys, you know, you're telling us maybe why that Bruges caused them a few problems, and how I'm maybe thinking,
What were you watching last night?
I was watching the Bologna game.
Oh, wait.
I thought you were watching
Roger's boy
Celebrity.
captain, and he's doing the
He just had the
Celtic.
bank balance. He had the bank balance up on the laptop, didn't he? Watching the Bologna game. That's brilliant, man.
Bill, just transfer
And
that into my Swiss
Leo
account.
had a wee bit more than Bologna, a wee bit more athleticism, better legs in the wider areas. They were the two Bologna wingers. I don't know if you're listening, you were fucking hopeless by the way. So
What's the Bologna game on?
what?
TNT.
TNT. You press the red button. You were on the Celtic games on. You press the old red button, and it's Carol put it on for me. So she did it. No, but I did watch that game, but it was.
How'd you change his car? She's through the two
not
ball.
kidding on.
What's even fixed now? The ladder's on her shoulder.
He's talking there as if he's a genius. I just press the red button.
So I turned it on, and it seemed a wee bit flat. But the other guys are. It's good. When you,
But what I will say as well, Celtic a year ago, 2 years ago, would have lost that game.
aye, probably.
No, I think it's a positive. Look, before the game, you're thinking, right, that's a great chance for Celtic to win. But when you watch it, and at the end of the game, a point's not a disaster. It's actually good for the position that we're in. As you said, they dug in. They would have lost that game a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe. They're more experienced, and the two best chances in the first half, they scored an own goal. They still have chances in the second half.
Yeah.
It's just a game where they come up against a good side, well organised, well coached side. I was really impressed with how they went about their business.
Watching
Aye, it was brilliant.
I'll need to watch. I'll watch it later on.
honestly,
I'll tell you what, I did. Kuhn does your keeper, didn't he? A beauty, gives him all show. The keeper goes that way. It goes into Vickers, wasn't it?
But so you see when that ball went into Kuhn, their midfielders were so tight to Celtic
on them
midfield.
because he's running back at pace, wasn't he?
But even just back in, just
I'll need to watch it. I've just saw
by
it.
a foul, wriggle out. Because when I'm watching it live, I thought the guy's right tight to him. He's still got a wee bit where he could like dip inside and drag it out, or just back in, take a foul. Because Johnson was like they were pressed well at that point. But look, they got out of it before that. It's just a freak. It's not something that you see Celtic doing all the time where you'd go, oh, they need to stop doing that. It's just a freak.
Yeah. Have you ever scored an own goal?
No, I've never been that far back.
With no corners or anything like that?
Mate, no, I never went back to park.
I scored on the telly, mate. I was just trying to go up with Steph at the time, so I was trying to get one, and I was like, I'm on
Are
the
you
telly.
trying to impress your missus with scoring an own goal?
No, so I was like, I'm on the telly tonight. I'm playing the playoff semi-final against Charlton. I'm League One, could be in the Championship.
Who are you
next year.
playing with that
Make
time?
sure you watch it. Swindon, mate. I'm on the back post for corners. Ball comes out, our goalie misses it, mate. I go to clear it like that, fuck it, and put it right in the top bin, mate. Knowing that, see when I was scoring, walking back to halfway line, I wasn't caring about the team. I was thinking, fuck, she's watching that on the telly, man. I'm like,
Is that
fucking idiot.
With her family?
That was my first thought. Our full family were watching it. Like. I'm speaking to this guy, he plays with Swindon.
Jimmy White scored an own goal.
I was like, not only that, he's an ugly wee bastard as well, isn't he? Any of yous ever own goal?
I recall. No.
But I've scored two. I scored against my last ever game for Peterhead, scored an own goal against Airdrie.
I wouldn't play.
My two boys in the stand, mate, like,
again.
see after my boys like, you're a fucking loser, man. Who scores an own goal on their last ever game?
I would need to play again. I couldn't finish
I need to play one more game. Right,
Day on Monday, that'll be some laugh.
I might put myself on the bench Monday.
No, just come on.
Mate,
Come on, mate. If I want to come on the last 5 minutes.
I think you're getting
you'll not be
mixed up.
coming on.
You're not the fucking manager. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't
might
want to be
put
the
Marcelo
manager.
on the bench.
Right, Rangers.
I can't believe the way we started the game. It was just ponderous. It was one pace, playing in front of them. You've got to play with a lot more aggression in your play. Even get balls into wide areas, balls into the box. I felt a wee bit sorry for Dessers at times. What did they get? Did they get one? They get one or two balls played in them. It was poor. If you're at home and you're Rangers and you go up against Dundee United, a team that's already says they're going to sit in, and you don't play with that aggression, you don't get the fans behind you. It was so poor.
See on that, Derek, how come Danilo comes on and he gets loads of opportunities in balls?
Because he's a better player.
And he moves
Desert, aye. So there's a case for why do you not start? Why do you not start players like? Why do you not play guys like
Dessers
Hadji?
moves, but just moves away for the ball.
Dessers gets involved with the two centre backs far too often. He gets sucked into that.
Standing
And
against
by
them,
the way,
isn't
see if you're a centre back and you're up against Dessers, you're going like that. Here we go, you beauty. You're just going to noise him up. He's going to take the bait, by the way. But Danilo comes and links the play. They were looking for more give and goes in the second half. But there was a wee bit more injection, a pace. But it was so one pace. So it's not what you expect for a Rangers side. I know the game was delayed and all that and the weather and that. I caught a wee bit of you talking about the weather and why would you go out and watch a game like that. But you've got...
general for you,
But what a great way to get money into Scottish football, innit?
If you get 90 degrees, that would be gone. You fucking warm.
Do you know, but you've got to give the fans something.
I want to ask you, are you surprised he's still there? Because there was a lot of murmurings after the game that he'd be away.
Aye, but then yes and then no, because there's no chairman. There is a chief exec in there at the minute.
He's linked with the Belgian job, isn't he?
Aye,
so why would you sack him?
About this, but he keeps talking
you're
about
going
this
to get
project.
conversation.
Do you think he's linked with Belgium, Joe? Do you think Belgium would come in and take him as a manager?
Aye, I think there's.
Not
it's no ridiculous. The guy that's went in, he's got a relationship with. They'll not look at it. They'll look at it and say how well he done in Belgium. They'll not look and say because he's got that nobody seems to be buying. He's got excuses as to why he is like that.
He's not doing well,
Like how it's not working. He's had to get rid of a lot of big earners. He's had to bring in young players. This is what he's.
See, that's what I'm a wee bit fed up with. It's excuse after excuse. You've still got a group of young players that are of a good quality. First of all, when you've got certain players anyway, you've got injuries, you've not got natural width, you've got to change your system, you've got to change it a wee bit. He doesn't. He continually goes with the shape that he wants to play, the formation. He's not got the players for that. He's not going to get the best out of that group until he gets the players in that he wants then to play that formation. And he's really struggling. And then he's come out with another one. I heard the other day that you shouldn't be judging him on only in the last 4 months. But then if you're judging him on the last 4 months,
been hopeless.
It's been so poor.
And I'm telling you now, see anyone that calls for Sterling to play right back over how do you say his name?
I agree with you. I agree with you. But
see that time ago, it just comes. He's already defend. The goal comes down his side, by the way. No, I'm saying it's his fault.
But what's happened, right? Tavernier's been poor this season.
By the way,
hold on, but he's been poor on the fact that this season of what he's done previous seasons, right? His records and all that, his numbers and all that carry on. They're well done. But to me, he's caved in with the supporters, right? Aye. Now, there's a couple of things. We've been there. When you go to teams like Rangers and Celtic and your fans start turning off, that stadium was, I know what it's called, right? That stadium's empty. It's empty most weekends now after about 75, 80 minutes. It's a bore fest, right? I keep saying it. You would hate to go as a Rangers supporter and go and watch that now. But even when he brings Tavernier on now, plays him one in front and everything. Tavernier, look, Rangers fans will be screaming, going, he's finished, he should be out, he's never a captain. I've heard it all before. But you can only replace people if the other people are better, right? And they're going to take you next
He's better
level.
Defensively than Tavernier. That's for
but,
sure.
But,
and that's where the question comes when you're going up against a Dundee United. You're going up against a Dundee United side, you're going to be, you're thinking wave after wave of attack. Then that's when you think you play Tavernier. He's going to get up the park. He's going to put in good deliveries. But I don't think he has caved in. By the way, to the pressure. No, listen. He's been so poor. It's been unbelievable in every department. So he deserves to get. Dropped.
Before Dundee,
Tavernier deserves to be dropped.
Before Dundee United, who did he play? Hearts in the league, right? At Ibrox. Wasn't a great performance, which is
not unusual. Par for course.
Hold on. Clean sheet, right? Clean sheet, right? Clean sheet against Hearts, right? And he changes 2 of the back 4 against Dundee United next game. And what happens? Have a look at the Dundee United's goal.
The goal's terrible.
Right,
well, it's Yefty, innit? Yefty's got to get. He's got to get in there.
Too deep.
But Yefty's got to go in, but with the boys getting, he knows the boys getting into that area, so he's got to get up against the boy. So he has forget what's behind you because you can only affect what's in front of you. He's obviously wanting somebody to come in there and cover. But
you not even argue
but it's a striker that's scored when you're blaming the fullback. Where's the centre-back?
Because they were occupied. Look about that. They were occupied. So Yefty, his job was to get in there.
No, I know. I agree with you, but where is occupied by who? Midfielders.
Oh, they're running off. Listen, but this is where.
But he scores it in the middle of the goal. Where's your centre-backs?
The centre-backs were, listen, I'd need to look at it again, but they were occupied. I'm sure they were. At the front post area.
But he comes in, it's right in the middle of the 6.
Yefty should be in there. But,
and Butland's on the deck as well. For me, the proper's no the answer at centre-back either.
He's struggling, isn't he?
He's too slow.
But to be fair,
he doesn't enjoy the Scottish game.
He's come out and said, look, this is a wee bit...
You saw the interview with the Dutch, he done with the Dutch. He wants to slow build up, and he's no used to this aggressive style.
And I can understand that.
So why does the manager bring him?
No, not only that. If I heard that interview, I wouldn't play him. You couldn't play him. I don't enjoy the aggressive nature. You can't play for me then. Like, the football is aggressive. Look, against certain teams, they put crosses into the box and they make you defend. If you can't handle it, I can't play you.
But we beat them with a big stick, right? I think he's got the night's massive for him, right? But he'll probably. I think they look better in the European campaign, right?
I
think they play with. I don't know what it is, a wee bit more freedom.
No, they're more open. The teams that play get more open. See, when they're a teams, they come up against a team that's sitting a bit. And they ask them the question, come and break us down. They've not got enough quality. They're not good enough to do it.
Do you think they've got enough quality? Do you think Barame, Cherny are good players, good enough to break Dundee United down?
No.
Cherny's played Ajax and Wolfsburg.
By the way, Cherny's, like, he scored a few goals, I get that, but if you were to look at his overall performance at times, I've watched a lot of the games. Listen,
toughen up a bit for me, I know.
he gives the ball away
isn't
he's so slack at times. It's unbelievable. You'll see moments that he has scored, and listen, I can't take that away from the boy, but you're seeing the moments, the good moments. Yeah. There's other bits in his game in the course of 90 minutes where he's been pretty poor.
There's not enough energy, is there?
How they play. There's loads.
Can he flip it with one game? Right, because
one game beating Celtic.
Yeah, cup final. Right,
can he flip it?
Right, and buy yourself a time to get to January, get other players in if he can, and move one or two about. But
would you fancy him to do that though?
No,
right now, of course, I don't even think Rangers fans would fancy that, right? But it's a cup final, it's a one-off. Right. He can flip it. Of course, Celtic can have a bad day. Rangers can go and do what they have to do. But he's got Tottenham before that. 3 days, is it 2 or 3 days or something?
Thursday. Johnson right? Sunday.
And then he's got tonight, and then he's got Celtic. That could be massive for him.
Will he definitely get to the final then, does it?
I think he will. I don't think Rangers will pull the plug until he gets to the final. And I think that if he gets to the final, but do you know something? I listen to Rangers, and it's no odds, right? It's Rangers supporters that pay their money that are totally switched off him, right? I don't think his interviews help him.
No.
I don't know why somebody, and you keep talking about this, and I don't buy it, right? But I totally understand what you're saying. Oh, you need Rangers men in there. You need people that know what they're doing, right, first and foremost. But where I would agree with Derek in the sense that surely somebody's going to pull him and say, look, Rangers fans will know by these interviews that you're going with.
I've said that before.
Let's sit and have a chat here before you go.
The media boy needs to get a grip on him before he goes out there. Just give him a wee.
I agree with you, but I think he's a manager he's a guy that he's doing it his way. He's not going to. He's not going to listen.
Very stubborn. He's not going to.
He's going to. He believes what he's saying.
Do you think he's got full control of the club, right? And I'll tell you the reason I'm going to say
there's nobody there to tell him what he can and can't do.
But there's people who listen to us, right? And I'm going to say something that, see if you're a Rangers manager and you've got the Rangers media putting out stats like, we've no scored a goal for a set play this season, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, correct. That doesn't happen at Celtic Park. They would never do that against Brendan Rodgers, right? See if you're a strong leader and a strong manager, you pull them into your office and say, listen, that doesn't go here.
Who put that out? Rangers?
But do you know something? There's other podcasts that put stuff like that out.
But
they're switched on to all that. They're switched on to that. I know, because it's a negative.
I'm sorry, you don't
It's
do
a negative. But they're what you're saying, he doesn't. You've just said it. He doesn't help himself with some of the stuff that he comes out with. Don't judge me in the last year. I should be getting judged really in the last 4 months. You know what I'm trying to build. He's not building very much, is he? At the minute.
But see that shout, see the shout of Rangers men, and they're like, what successful team in the world are only successful because they've got people for that team involved?
I don't buy that.
Listen,
Right, who else?
I think there's a part of that. It's good to have that, running through the club. A bit of that. That's just my.
It's not that I know, but it's not you're bringing them in to make decisions.
No, it's just to have that.
The identity of the club.
Aye, that's what.
But I don't know how much it'd help, to be honest with you.
In a football sense, no. But it just everybody, like fans who are disgruntled at the minute. Sometimes when you talk about these Rangers people at the club, they'll go in and speak to them. It's like,
but the biggest Rangers staunch guys you'll ever see in your life. A great boy, a great professional. Everything about Alec is brilliant. He's in the dugout, mate. So it's no making.
But you can't.
It's not like Rangers players are going, oh, Alec's here and we need to play for a badge.
But that's the question we're asking.
These days are gone.
It's as if he's not listening to anybody. He's just saying, this is the way I'm going to play. This is the formation I'm going to play. I'm going to keep working at it and it's going to get better. It's clearly not getting better. And until you get the players in that's going to produce the goods in that system, then he's needed to change it. He's needed to kind of help boys. Tav's been under pressure. We just spoke about him. Defensively, well, why don't you go to a 3 at the back when you had Balogun? Maybe even proper at times. You've got Suter, get a bit of pace and allow Yefty and maybe Tav, that kind of defensively where they're found a a wee bit wanting at times. Allow them to a wee bit of freedom to go forward, so that pressure's not on them. But he's not going to do it anyway. So I don't know why we're even talking about it. He's going to stick to that rigid 4-2-3-1.
I don't know if it's about, and I agree with you as a manager. Sometimes you go, is the formation right? The style of play right? Is that right? Is that right? Is the training right? Is the preparation right? Sometimes you just got to look at your players and go, are they right?
Their players are better than what they're producing on that pitch. You can't tell me the guys have played for Wolves, the boy.
Listen, you keep but what
they're
I'm
good
saying,
players, mate.
Right, but what you're saying is, and you've got a guy, you're not telling me Proper over in Holland wasn't a good player.
That's what I'm saying, he's a good player.
Right. But what I'm saying is, when you come over and he's already admitted it, hold on a minute, this Scottish game doesn't suit me. Right, Tierney, this Scottish, I think Tierney's been all right, to be fair. So there's one or two of them that might look at the Scottish game and go, doesn't it suit? We've been at clubs, I walked into clubs that I thought to myself, this doesn't suit me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, I had to score goals when I played as a centre forward. And I remember looking at some teams and I'm going, I'll be struggling to score 5 goals.
But they should be.
He's brought in, see Diamandi as well. He doesn't know if he's coming or gone. He's played him in the number 10. He's clearly not a 10. You know, he's a guy that's a box to box. He should be allowed a wee bit of like energy up and down the park. But it's the man. It always comes back to the manager, because he has got Bijrami as well. You know, on that left-hand side, at times, is he going to be as effective out in the wide left area, or have you brought him in one? Would they be more effective? Of course he would, because he is a decent player, you can see that. But I don't think the manager is helping the players as well. And what I think is the players there's a bit of doubt starting to creep into their minds. They'll not admit it, they'll all come out and say, oh aye, we're behind the manager. But it's natural to go, why is he playing me here? Why is we playing this continually playing this system against teams that sit in that's not working? So that's natural for players for that wee bit of doubt just to creep in. And
see on that as well, Dale, seeing again at home at Dundee United, do you need Raskin and Barron in the same team?
No, they don't need it.
Do the same thing, pass it ball.
But you can do it in a different. And you can have one of them sitting and Raskin can go and do box to box as well and get forward looks.
I think he even curtails. I don't know. Shoot me down in flame. Even with Suter we've seen even with Scotland.
Steps out.
It steps. Aye, he creates a wee overload in the middle of the park, and he can play a pass. I think he's told just sit there, be proper. Don't leave him, because if the ball goes that way, Suter's got the pace to recover. He hasn't. But he's not allowed that wee bit of freedom to go and play. I just think there's too much of that.
Speed in there, boy.
Aye, there's too much of that.
Or control. It's too forward. They're no they're no dominant in games.
No, they've never dominated.
Do you think they work on passages of play? Do that now, innit?
Well, this is
how we're going to attack. This is the options you've got.
But they've never controlled a game from start to finish like a Celtic have this season. And listen, that's what you compare yourself. You watch Celtic, you know, of late, you know, maybe they haven't. We're talking about the Hearts game. Obviously, it's a different level of the Brugge. But it's in fits and starts with Rangers. You'll get a wee 15, 20 minutes and then they'll come off it. They'll maybe have a poor half and they'll pick it up in the second half. But it's never... It's the standard is not there, and there is some good players there, but I don't think the manager is helping at the minute. He's not helping.
Well, the appointment, CEO Patrick Stewart, is that a positive appointment for Rangers?
Time will tell. He's been there
18 years. All different roles, isn't he?
Yeah. So look, they had to get the structure right. The structure's got to go top to bottom, no bottom to top. I just think that you've got to get your structure right, and it's a good appointment, of course it is. Needs time, obviously, again, and stamp his authority. They just need to get everything right, and I think that's where his experience obviously fits the bill, but you've got to give him time to see what he's got to bring.
So this guy be deciding everything now? He'll be deciding who the technical director is, who the manager is?
That's what we're hearing, isn't it? So he's going to be the one that's calling the shots.
Coppin, no, the technical director?
Yeah.
Well, and what else has got him? He's quite a few.
Now he's a technical director.
He's got a few others as well in there.
But you would imagine so. This is the one that should be brought in to bring in the right people.
So what other areas do they need? If he's in there, what else will he be looking to bring in at Rangers? What are they missing?
Finance. He'll need to be bringing finance, won't he? That's clear to see as well. He's already, we believe, he's had a conversation with the manager. So he'll be sussing him out as well. You know, and nothing's going to happen at the minute. I don't think anything will happen. I agree with what Daz is saying until the cup final.
Yeah.
You know, that's a massive game for him. But I think in the meantime, the new chief exec will have plenty of conversations with the manager and find out a wee bit more about him. And he'll get a feeling for him. So that could go a long way to deciding whether he's still going to be in the job, whatever happens in the cup final.
Will he still be at Rangers come January? There's a question for you.
Who?
Come on.
I put it down to the 15th of December. I think he buys himself time, right? I think he buys himself a bit of time, and as Fergie says, the new guy coming in, I'll sit there and look at it. Me personally, I think Rangers fans, and I'm not talking about, I think Rangers fans have switched off for this guy, right? That's when that happens at a club the size of Rangers, absolutely. You're in trouble.
You've seen it before. I've seen it before, and that's the real worrying thing for the manager, is the fans are no want to go and watch that. So they're going to the pubs and the clubs to watch it. So they're voting with their feet. And
pubs and clubs, it's such an old guy thing to say.
And I'm an old guy.
Yeah, bingo.
I'm going to the pubs and their clubs.
But that's true. That was true.
That's a lot to turn it around. A lot to turn it around because results haven't been good enough.
So the fans decide as well, because if you go out and it's a half-empty stadium, you know, and you're sitting up there, it's the chief exec or the board, they'll have a look at that and they'll think, right, something needs to change.
See the fact that
they've got a big part. Sorry, Dad, they've got a big part to play in it.
See the fact that you're talking about results and performances, that adds to it, right? But also what brings pressure on them is you see Celtic going away further and further, right? And as a Rangers guy, it's all about them, right? It's all about Celtic Rangers, and it doesn't matter what people say. See, when you see that gap bigger and bigger,
that's a great point. That's a great point.
That's where you start to come under pressure.
And you've got like an uncle who's a Celtic supporter that keeps posting 11, 11, like you're friggin' bam.
Who is he, name him?
Brian Murphy.
What, is that on Facebook?
What?
Is that on Facebook?
No, it's my uncle Brian.
Where does he post things like that? You send it to him?
Just between me and him. There's a lot goes on. He's some boy.
Brilliant. Right, game of the season at Easter Road, 3-3.
Oh, no. Nobody seen it, did they?
Nobody seen it.
Did you watch it?
I watched the highlights after it.
Did you see the goals?
It's a great game.
Chances, how
both teams be feeling about? Let's start with Hibs first. How they be? Will that seem like a win getting that last minute equaliser?
Right, I think he can get lost in this, right? Only my opinion. David Gray comes out after it and you're talking about, great character, whatever. I know Aberdeen are having a good season. You've lost another 3 goals at home. Right? You were a kick away from losing another 3 points. Right? So you can build it any way you want. And I know that he's got to come out and try and take something up. But I'll tell you what he's needing to do, right? He needs to get his goalkeepers, stick 2 garage doors in each fucking hall and just let them stone in the goals, right? Because they are terrible.
Mate, I think Carroll's in the dressing room or Hammer just doing that to their hands before games.
So how hard is it to manage and coach and you know, get your ideas across when you've no got?
I feel for him.
I'm not saying it's all down to the goalie, but
goalies are shit.
But actually, we said it yesterday. See, when you had a shite goalie, you were a nervous right for the game, weren't you? We had a goalie at Portsmouth, mate. Holy fuck.
It's like
you knew if there was a shot at goal, you were done, mate.
But you're like, if you've got a poor defence behind you, it's the exact same thing. You don't relax. You're always on edge, aren't you?
And they've got both of them, so it's a bad fucking combo, isn't it?
I think Hibs should have anybody can save a backie.
Anybody
can save.
SPFL put a rule in.
Do you think they would keep me a clean sheet?
I honestly do. Anybody can save.
Did you know this guy that played the other night? I think they've just stuck a pair of gloves on a steward,
mate. Honestly, aye.
I didn't see it. But on the point, it not feel like a win, but it feel good for them how the game ended. I don't think David Gray's not got carried away saying, "Well done, lads, that's a great point and everything's good." He will be saying, "Look, we've conceded 3 goals. How do I fix that problem?" Yeah. But what he does is he gets that opportunity to have the good feeling. He's snatching a draw when it looked like they were dead and buried.
To be fair, if he'd have lost, it's probably a job, isn't he? He wouldn't have survived the next day.
It does show the players are still playing for him, though, doesn't it?
Aye, he grasped it.
I don't see.
Do you know buy that stuff?
fucking hate
Good,
that.
I like this. You didn't hate it, right? How
mate.
come?
I hate that.
The
right?
most-
We've played. You don't go out there and go think about the manager when you're playing football, right? Nobody does. You're enthralled in the game. You want to win the game because that's what you were brought up with. You want to win the game. You want to get your 3 points. You want to do that. You want to play well.
You don't want to get relegated, obviously.
But there is a
sit there and go.
But there is a difference. Sort of, you've got a really good relationship with a manager.
You get a wee bit extra.
There's something does come
I
out
know
of
what you mean.
Do you get it?
I
And
get
there's something that you just, he's all right, he's a good guy, you know. There's something extra comes out of you.
I think when you're
I
when
just
you're
feel
in,
that.
it's easier to notice
you don't
when you
want him to
don't
get
believe
sacked.
what the manager's telling
You're
you.
desperate. You run for.
Because you're no listening to him. Like you look and go, I mean, I'm going to do this because my manager, but I don't really believe what he's telling me. Whereas you get it where they're still trying to do what he's asking.
But you know,
Now, I've played in a team, right? I don't name the player. When the manager spoke before went out, the captain got us on it before the game went, fucking forget everything he's just said. We're playing this, we'll do this, play this way.
Who was the manager?
Dinsafe.
Who was the captain? No, who was the captain?
The captain played for Ireland, I'll tell you that.
I felt like
And
there was
did
a
you
guy.
win?
We got relegated.
There was
Portsmouth.
Fuck the
No,
captain.
there was a manager.
Was it?
Listen,
There was a manager.
Brilliant. Forget what the manager says. Did you win? Nah, we get
but the
relegated.
manager was hopeless.
Was it?
Fucking
No,
so
no, he
would
wasn't.
you.
That's why.
But don't show what you.
No,
I
I'm
I
questioning the
see
captain.
that.
I know who it is.
I experienced
Yeah,
a wee bit of that because I saw that with Terry Butcher when I went to Sunderland. The players weren't really having him, right? But I'd played obviously with Terry. I loved him as a captain, as a player, and I could see that and I could feel it in the dressing room. He gets a bullet. A guy comes in, a guy called Mick Buxton, who I didn't really take to. I didn't kind of, but I still, what you're saying, you still go because you still go to win games, got a mortgage to pay, want to win the 3 points. But was I running through? I don't know. There's something.
You're a bad pro. You're a bad pro.
No,
I never said you do it. I'm just saying that
you go and you give
there's-
everything.
I can
But
understand the meaning.
There's
behind
a
it.
different
punters
feeling
there.
with somebody. There's a different feeling. You know that guy can lose his job. Honestly, something else comes out in you.
So you're telling me any time on the card,
I'm not telling you.
You thought about the manager.
No,
You thought about
I'm
the
telling
manager?
you, there's been times when I think that my manager, who
After a game?
listen,
After a game?
that I love, right, that I fucking want to play for, I'll get another man up here. It was only at Thistle for 8 games. Lambie.
You Thistle?
I loved
like
Lambie.
John
I worked under
Did you
Lambie
try
at
harder for
Falkirk.
Lambie?
I ran through a
I love Lambie. I would do anything for John Lambie, honestly.
This is a conversation for the Maryhill Vultures. And he's two at the bar. I fucking loved London, man.
I loved him more than you.
I fed his pigeons.
But he was that type of character. Hey, was he the best coach in the world? No. No, he was such a great guy. You just wanted him to win and see a smile on his face. So that's what...
A part of the feeling is sometimes you see players that are just waiting for the manager to go because they know that somebody else is coming in. So you would need to cling on to the fact that they've kept going and they've managed to get a good result in the end against an Aberdeen side that's done brilliantly this season. So they'll be hoping they could, but it's all right getting back and getting a point in that. They need to do that more consistently and play and get points.
Motherwell.
For
Park, I
You
think.
can start after that game. Once after that game, they need to get some.
Let's go on to Aberdeen too, because people did obviously a blip the week before, but again, they played some great stuff, Aberdeen, didn't they?
How pissed off with Saltler, you know, he gets that goal and then...
I know, but that
Some
goal,
goal,
the goal,
wasn't
mate, the goalie should do that with the goal. He's
Some goal, then.
just fucking
That's
stand
that
and
one.
catch it.
When you go in with
Just
your mates and you
Mates,
go,
innit?
all right, I'm in goal, I need to dive.
He need to die. What's it? Mate, he could literally just go like that.
No, he could, I know he could have done.
Planned it.
He could have chested it down.
Brought
and just
it down.
volleyed it out, aye.
What is he doing?
It's still, but it's a great volley, isn't it?
But they're a good watch, Aberdeen, that. Even the highlights, like they create a lot
Aye,
of
he's
chances,
done a
don't
brilliant
they?
job. Aye.
Good players.
Mackenzie left. Again,
McGrath.
but with the good
McGrath,
you said they were good players last year.
I bet he's changed that about a wee bit, hasn't he?
You think they're playing for the
He's
manager?
brought in some.
don't-
But on that point, aye.
You think they're playing for the manager? There you go.
They love
him.
You can tell
There
they
you
love
go.
him.
Shane
So
Morris
that's
this year to last year can't be the same person.
How good
that's
was he when he
something
came on
big,
again?
It's
so-
unbelievable.
Mate, Mackenzie's the one for me.
He's a good player.
Mackenzie
No,
is a
he's
superstar.
always been good.
There you
He's
go. I
always
was
been
going to
good.
back.
But in this system, he does it all. Because
Aye,
he just
it does
high all the time, isn't
Great
he?
engine, the boy, isn't he?
He's always
he
been
is a
good.
good defender
Aye.
as well. So Nah, they just look a happy bunch, didn't they, under their manager? That's what happened.
They've got 1 point out of the last 6. So,
What? That's 2 games, wasn't it?
well, worked out, mate. Their name
And I'm gonna make this for Aberdeen. Mate, see the fact that game got played after sitting on a bus for 4 hours. The 3 points should be given
Mate,
back.
have you seen their bus?
I know, but it doesn't.
What do you mean after 4 hours? You played for Portsmouth.
I know, we
did you
had to
not?
travel later. So that's my excuse for us getting beat every fucking week.
Aye, I know, but
Unbelievable.
Have you seen the team bus?
Aye, the
It's
team-
Man United, it's all bus.
It's amazing.
Is
Isn't
it?
Aye.
Aye. Mate,
I would live in that. I wouldn't even.
Aye.
Aye.
You've got upstairs to bed. You've
I know, but see, we had you can't get a shite on a bus.
How can you know?
It's just a rule, innit?
I don't like when boys
See
have a
that
shite
shit-
and open my door.
No,
you one of them?
We ban it. We know what to do on the bus.
What?
They're shite.
And what'd you do?
That's like,
Just need to get to
Stop
the
at
stadium,
McDonald's.
and then you get to the stadium. There's one toilet in the stadium.
I know,
There's a pet peeve.
no.
Who puts one toilet in a fucking dressing room, mate?
Aye, especially after a pre-match meal.
26 people in the dressing room,
know.
mate. One toilet.
there's
Mind
other
it used to be you only had like 15 people in the dressing room when these stadiums were built.
But
Now there's too many.
But
Too
now
many
that
staff.
imagine this Man
More
City
staff
staff,
than
mate. There's about 100 staff and there's one
I think
toilet in
Man City will
there.
have more than one
look
toilet.
at the Tottenham boys.
In the away dressing
The
rooms.
Tottenham boy just
Aye.
shot himself in the park, innit, and just carried on.
Who?
The Tottenham boy,
Craig
did you
Levein?
not see it? Oh, big Craigie. No, did you not
What?
see it in the
Seriously?
Tottenham? Aye.
I shat myself.
Have you
before the
ever
game.
done something
I
like
shat
that? Have you
myself
ever
in
had
the
a wee
game.
bit of
Crawley at
diarrhea?
home, farted and shat, and I had
Aye.
to come off.
To come off
Why? Because it was bad. It was like full shit.
Aye.
What, to come off? What, actual
Sometimes.
sub that?
Aye.
What, so you didn't just
Mate, it was
change your
17
pants?
17. I couldn't. I mean,
You shit
it
yourself
takes
in the
about fucking. I'd had to go in the shower and clean
So
my arse with it.
you actually shot
And
yourself?
my stomach was killing us as well. My stomach was killing us
So
as
you
well.
shot yourself twice? You shot yourself and you shot yourself to keep
Mate,
playing?
see, do you know what I had to go and do? I sat in the toilet for the rest of the game. I just kept fucking pouring out as. It was brutal, mate.
Never had
That's
that.
your-
Check
you
20
talking
minutes
about
in
him.
Crawley at home.
That's your universal for everything. The shit just kept pouring out. The
Would you come
manager
off
was
the park
shouting
for
at
a
me.
pee? Would you come off the park for a pee? I would just need to
No,
stay on the park.
I've
Weird that
never
I
been.
never
to
need
the
it while
park.
you're
Aye,
playing.
You don't need the toilet when you're playing.
That's
No.
strange, innit? Because you drink so much water before the game as well. You never need a piss.
But if you did,
Never.
just pee yourself. Crack on.
You just thought that in.
Aye.
I
Well,
wouldn't-
here's one for you. Have you ever come off the park and you get pulled in to do the drug test type thing? Right? You can't pee for
Can't piss,
living and
yeah.
money.
Wait.
And then when you go to
Have you
give
ever
a
drug
pee,
tested?
I done it the Coca-Cola Cup final, right? Me and Charlie Nick, and I went in and I thought to myself, right, the open is brilliant because you open the bar up and you can you can do whatever you want, right? So you're blah, 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 and then you go, right, oh, that's me. And then the worst thing in the world, right? Because I'm terrible at this. So I went, right, I'm ready. So I get to hang. Next minute, the boy's stunning.
Watching you.
Watching you.
I was like, mate, this ain't going to have fucking happen, right? You can't pee when somebody's watching you.
I was never drug tested.
That makes you sound like you're fucking delighted that you never got
Beauty.
You should get drug tested before we come on
yeah,
here.
I had to. I used to have to give him a time for every day for 2 years. Every day.
where were you?
Where you were going to be.
Aye. Whereabouts. I had to
What
log
team were you
on.
at?
Birmingham.
Birmingham? Right.
So every day I had to give an hour's time slot every single day. So they could chat my door every day if they wanted to. They'd come in at 7 in the morning. If you go in hot, no, the
No, it
drugs
was the
test.
FA.
It was no
The FA or something.
UK ad. UK ad.
Well,
You were the same, even in League One, we were
So,
like-
Lincoln Pish.
so if you went on holiday, you had to say, I'm here
I'm in
in this
Tenerife.
hotel, that's my room number. I'll be here.
Obviously, you're married, but what?
Have you ever, see if you're cheating
No,
on your
you
missus, mate, you're done.
So you'd tell them what time. So if you're 7 in the morning, but if you go on holiday, you need to put
I
on,
can't believe that. I thought that was
I'm
only
on
with
holiday,
boxers
I'm
or
in
something, or
this.
like athletes. Like,
because they'll have open agencies that can go and chat you up on holiday.
That's right. I think it was after the Rio Ferdinand thing, wasn't it?
Aye, it was.
It was about that time.
and you were
had
always
to be,
negative.
I've never heard of that.
Aye, I didn't get tested all the time, but I had to
You
give
had
my
to tell me every day.
every day.
Were
Every
you
day.
negative? Did you pass your drugs test? Aye.
Thanks, mate. Aye.
Right, like we say, Hibs go to Motherwell this weekend. Bad was up for Motherwell last week. Who do you fancy for this one? Because we're doing a bet builder, so I just want to get your...
Well, Faddy will go Motherwell.
Fancy Hibs?
Aye.
Do you? Because
No, I just got to
the
be...
wee
Dunno.
feeling.
Draw.
Do you know something? I had a wee doubt about Motherwell up at Ross County. You never know what Ross County are going to give you, don't you? But look at them at home, bounce back. I've got a wee sneaky for Motherwell to go and win.
We should have put a wee bit more
Because
thought
Hibs
into
can't
that
defend.
last week.
Motherwell score.
I've got
Kettlewell
a feeling
doesn't do
that
well
Hibs will,
against County.
One.
I would be fearful because they've got good players. They do have good players. And maybe they can take something for the feeling of the last minute. Scoring when it looked like they were out of the game. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I'm still back in Motherwell,
He needs to
but
change
I
his
wouldn't be
trousers, so
surprised.
see if he farts and it goes, that's a bad colour, light grey, David Grey. 50 Shades of Grey, he's fucking light grey trousers he needs to change it. Needs to change.
You never.
You got a pair of white trousers
I
on
know.
the day.
You never go on a night out with
Just
light
talk about
trousers.
shitting
on.
yourself.
Do you know?
Is there any in there?
No, you're all right, mate.
Never
What, I want to
Don't
ask
say
you is, it's not on the sheet, but I want to ask you is, Youan doing the tricks, what's your...
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I just think the boy just no bit happy daft, isn't he?
Shooting them in.
He's not. That's it. He's no thing. He's just. That's it.
What do you not like
and
about
that's been. I don't think. Do you know? I don't think he's been disrespectful. I just don't think he's think.
Thought.
He's
I
just.
agree with you.
He's happy daft. He's just like.
I don't. It's just because of how it looks. It looks like he couldn't care less.
It doesn't look good. I know.
For me, and no just for him. None of his teammates said anything to him. Like he's the one that's kind of come in for the stick, and rightly so. But it might be that's the way he is. He's not aware of what's going on.
Aye.
Would you say?
I would have said something if I was my teammate.
What would you say?
Stop fanning about. We're a man down here. Get your mind in the game.
That's a good point.
Why don't you do the tricks when the fucking actual game's playing?
No, because you're not going to.
No,
No, but I mean actually just go and fucking do it.
Do you just get sometimes a character like that? He's just no thinking.
I agree with you.
He's no, he doesn't think like you. He's just like
no, but that's what I mean. So then the team, for me, the teammates have got to say,
aye.
snap it, come on.
Aye.
He's just been sent off. We're going to have to change here.
But then that's another.
Well, it was the opposite, wasn't it? A couple of the Hibs boys were like that. They're around the world. Can you keep on the back of your line? Amazing. Aberdeen travel to Tynecastle. Hearts need to start turning performances into results, didn't they?
Aye, but I think Hearts
Really
will
good
get there.
first half
I think
against
Hearts will get there.
So do I.
I do. I think they've got enough quality in their side. I think the manager's starting to get his wee bits and pieces over.
You look a bit like Critchley. Have you had like a breakdown or something?
Critchley.
Have you the Hearts manager?
I'm better looking him, innit? Wait till you see my new hairdo and all that.
I've got a picture. Keep talking about what you're going. I've got a picture of
We're
you.
never on airplane
When
mode.
I was
mate.
young.
Why am I need to turn my phone off
I'm
if
on
you don't?
airplane mode, mate. Just on pictures.
All right.
It's all right.
A picture of me when I was young.
On offside. Keep talking about Hearts.
I think I've said to you before. I think there's a lot to like about Hearts. I think they're in a false position. I'd like see doing that left hand side.
They're not in a
Spittle.
false position
Aye.
because they've not been good enough.
And I love the two, Beningame, Boateng in the middle of the park. I think when Shanklin starts to bang in a few goals, that's going to change. And he will. He'll turn it around sooner or later.
You know,
they're too good a side.
You know yourself, when you're a striker, if you're not getting chances,
and he is getting,
you're going to go, I'm never scoring here. But he's actually getting them. And you're looking at it saying, I know people say, oh, he'd have scored that last year, which he probably would have, but he's still doing the right things to that point, and it will come.
Where are they going wrong here? If the performances are good, where is it? What is it?
the final
stopping
third,
them from winning games?
it's like that. They be icing the cake because they dominate games. They're good possession of the ball. They're a good watch, and they've got exciting players as well. That's what it is. It's like Shanklin's the final piece of the jigsaw. Can he just start
So
banging
you think
in?
they'll beat Aberdeen?
Do you know something? I think they could.
So
I'm not.
then I get back to my point about Aberdeen. If Hearts beat Aberdeen, it's 1-8.
I think Aberdeen will beat Hibs. Hearts
at Tynecastle.
I think they beat them.
That'll be a good game.
There's also always been a feisty wee game as well. So it is a wee bit of history between the two of them. So,
Is that right? Aberdeen Hearts?
Well, I remember. Well, when
I was only you. So I fucking hate. I was just Aberdeen fans that hated you now. It's nothing to do with Hearts. It was just you.
I've got nothing against Aberdeen. He does like the city. I think it's a nice city beside the seaside.
I don't like it. It's a shit. Who the fuck? That's not me, mate.
Different. Who's that comedian? You look like that comedian, mate.
Why is your tongue hanging out your mouth? I know what you think now.
Mate, I'm telling you, that's not me.
That is you.
I said
Fucking Gordon Dale.
Andy can put a name under something. That ain't me.
You've been on the cheeseburgers. Look,
He's done me scoffle.
That ain't me.
That's him. We got this scoffle on, by the way.
Mate, that's a made up.
No wonder he get drug tested.
I've never had
He was eating
What about the lugs on it as well? Mate, they're your lugs. You can tell the lugs a mile away.
What's that?
Who does he look like?
Offside, what was offside?
Cam Clement.
Oh, I can't believe you see him, can't you?
Mate,
As soon as I seen it, I thought the
That
exact
is
same
you.
thing.
That's
And I
it.
can't.
Fuck, I've not got a shirt that colour.
That's brilliant, that.
Mate, that's not me.
That's him.
That was you on the Burgers, mate.
By the way, I'll tell you
How
what.
can you say
That
that?
was me when I was at Rangers.
That's not me.
That's you.
That's you. Fuck me. I'm telling you.
I get
Right,
the
like
nose.
Your nose
No,
is something
look at
good
the
in
nose,
that.
mate.
You've
good in that.
You've had a nose job, haven't you?
Look at the fucking ears, by the way. Where did I get them from?
Yeah.
Somebody painted them on me, didn't they?
That is incredible.
That was only just before you stopped dyeing your hair.
That's last year.
Fanny, who do you fancy for this one? Oh, sorry, mate.
No. I'm trying to think of that
I
comedian.
think Hearts could get a result. I don't know, it's hard. I know, and Daz is saying, if Aberdeen don't win, then it's 3 games. They've got good options, Aberdeen. I don't know.
He makes his subs early, doesn't he? That's what I like about him. See if he's not happy.
Aye.
He took this bit off at half time, didn't he?
But
Yeah, he's done that before.
it's a big test for him.
Good game.
Because
it's a good
obviously,
game,
I think Aberdeen have been brilliant, right? I really do. I enjoy watching them. I think they're a good team. I think they've got good players. But you know what, like, it turns quickly. If they get beat 1 out of 9, and we're talking about, not that long ago, about can Aberdeen finish second? Can Aberdeen go and press Celtic and whatever? All of a sudden, if you're 1 out of 9...
But what it says, 1 out of 9, 3 away games, 3 tough away games.
I know that, mate, but you've still, you get all the praise in the world for the start of the season, and they had tough games as well. They bounced back brilliantly after getting a down against Celtic, right, at home. But you can't just go, well, it's 3 away tough. If you're going to be up there and you're wanting talked about, got to do it over a season.
But do you know, at the start of the season, if you said to Aberdeen you'll get a draw at Hibs, and even if they went and drew at Hearts,
You take it.
good results, isn't it?
but-
Where Aberdeen
But Hibs and Hearts are bottom of the table.
table hit.
It's bottom of the
But like
no
we're
having
saying,
a great
Hearts will be-
season.
They had a wee bit of rub of the green as well, Aberdeen, earlier on with a few of the results. But they've been on that run, it was brilliant. But I just think, I think it can turn for Hearts. I think Shankland just finds his...
I think they were better, but they need to find more for me, Hearts. It's no, you're looking and saying, because you think the manager's good and they've got good players that can
Vargas,
turn.
Forrest.
I would still make Aberdeen favourites to win.
Would you? Aye.
Aye.
There, aye. But
Boy Nelson, mate, is the best I've ever seen at a scoop pass. Never seen somebody scoop a pass so much in my life. He actually kind of pass it, and he's in step. He fucking scoops everything, doesn't he? Anyway, just noticed that. Right, on to the Coupon, lads. St John's to be Rangers bet builder.
Did we ever get a coupon?
No.
I know.
Come on, the
terrible.
punters are paying a lot of money.
Right, can I just take...
Why don't we do this, right? Why don't
Can
one of you pick it this week? Somebody, just so it's purely on you. Next week, somebody else goes.
And
So
then there's a forfeit,
if somebody gets it up, we'll buy them something.
right? And if
Aye.
you don't get up, you bring the coffees in.
Right, who wants to take
No,
this game?
oh, you
then?
need to eat a hot
Because I
one.
want a coffee next week.
No, I'm working this game, so somebody else can do it.
Right, okay. Who you want to go, Dale?
I'll go to aye.
Rangers, right on you go,
Finley
Dale.
boy.
Goals, Derek, over or under? Over, we'll go over. Over how many goals do you think there's going to be in the game?
There'll be over 2 goals.
Right.
Right.
You got that?
Right, but you need to
3.5.
go 2.5 or 1.5.
Do you think there'll be a half goal?
Why don't you go to over 2.5?
So you think...
I think Rangers will win 2-0. There you go.
Right, so 1.5.
Over 1.5.
That's what I'm thinking.
Both teams to score no.
No.
Over
No,
2
I-
goals, I think Rangers will win 2-0.
No.
I think we're in fucking trouble here, by the way. I'm not too sure.
Corners, over how many
No, I've
corners?
changed my mind. 2-1. No, 2-1.
Right, so go over 2.5. Over 2.5.
SBK's taking your money, by the way.
2-1.
Nobody follows us.
No, I did a wee thing with that.
So both teams to score, yes.
I think Kim Puoko will score.
Right.
There you go, I'll even them.
Both teams to score, yeah. Well, the boy Mackenzie Kirk played the head. Did he not play ahead of him last
Aye,
week?
good header, wasn't it?
Aye, good player.
So it was.
Corners, over how many
Oh, I
corners?
love the
You like your
I love a
corners?
corner. Over 8.
8.
Over 8?
8 at McDermott Park.
What's
St.
McDermott
John's,
Park got done about?
Oh, fuck, it'll be a board game.
No, it won't.
Aye, it will.
No, they play under Valencarry.
They
St Johnston's the worst place in the world to play football, mate.
What Aberdeen was?
No, St Johnston, McDermott Park's the worst.
Didn't mind
No.
it, I liked it.
Seriously?
Over 8.
Mate, you've not
There
played
is.
in big stadiums.
By the
You
way.
like McDermott Park.
Do you want to know? Because they'll
Fucking
go a
hell,
wee
you stick to
bit.
Peter
They're
Reid.
starting
Where
to
was
mix
that?
their
Playoff
game up a
final?
wee bit as well. At
What was
times.
that? Wembley 3 times? Is that how you play there?
Do you play Wembley? No, I didn't.
Don't know it for second or third time. Don't know it. Shut up. Shut
You were not playing big
Fucking
stadiums,
shut
just one of the
up.
biggest.
A fucking insurance company. Fucking swindon.
Anytime scorer, Derek.
Anytime goal scorer will be.
Danilo.
No chance.
I don't know if.
Fairness.
No, I'm
Play
going to go.
Danilo now.
I'm going to go Bajrami.
I don't know, man. You
Aye.
just said the St Johnstone boys are certain to score.
Aye, I think they will score. I
Well,
think they've got a wee
anytime
bit
goal
of faith.
scorer.
They've got a wee bit of. They'll not go in the league. We'll go 2-0 up, and they'll get one back.
Right, but any time goal scorer means they can score when it's fucking any time.
Aye.
Right? So you said he's a certain
Oh,
to
right.
score.
He has a certain.
The best
so
thing
why
is,
no go with
the
him?
best thing is,
No.
why don't one person do it? And everybody's telling what to pick. Everybody. Can't you put that? You
Right,
don't
who's
pick
your
that
anytime
one, then.
scorer?
Bajrami.
Bajrami, right. And full time result, you're going Rangers.
Rangers.
Right, okay, right, thanks lads, cheers.
Yeah.